The NTSB has all but admitted the Blackhawk was at fault in the crash with the American Airlines jet. And they're also dumping on the FAA. Now, could this be a little bit of a blame game? I don't know, but here's the tea. So, first of all, the NTSB has said that the Blackhawk was at 325-foot elevation, give or take 25 feet, which even if it was at 300 feet, it was still well beyond its ceiling of 200 feet. So, we don't know exactly what happened, but more or less it looks like it was the Blackhawk's fault. Again, what the instruments are off or pilot error, we don't know that part yet. Now, they're also blaming the FAA for a lot of things. Apparently, the NTSB has made several hundred, in fact, I think over 1,000 recommendations to the FAA regarding certain safety things, and this could be widespread all over, but there have been a lot of near incidents in the United States this year of taxiing incidents. The US has been very lucky. There could have been some major incidents. You can look these up on several of the aviation channels, but there were a lot of really near misses this year and in previous years as well. People have been warning about this for a long time. So whether the NTSB has been making legitimate recommendations and the FAA has been doing them or what's going on here, but the NTSB seems to be spilling some tea on the FAA. Now, what I do really want to say here is this happened at 8:46 p.m. at one of the nation's most busier airports, and certainly with one of the tightest restricted flight paths because of security and coming in and being so close to the White House. The Reagan National Airport, DCA, is literally within sight of the White House. So especially after 9/11, the flight paths to this airport coming in are extremely restricted. Now, if they were doing training, they were doing a training flight, and they were doing night training. First of all, they should have been doing a lot of simulator training, but if they're doing night flying training, why were they doing it at 8:46? They should have been doing this training at like 4 o'clock in the morning or something, when there are very few flights coming out of DC. I'm not even sure what the flight restrictions are if Reagan still accepts flights in the middle of the night, but certainly there'd be fewer flights at that time. It certainly would have been far safer to do it at that point. But to even do this at all at such a busy commercial airport where you're crossing paths with jets coming in at such low altitudes, this is outright reckless. And in fact, apparently pilots have been complaining about this for years and saying something was going to happen, and they've been ignored. And so now commercial pilots are basically saying, we've been telling us what happened, and it did. So FAA, NTSB, I don't know, but this was extremely reckless to allow these types of regular flights, especially as a training flight, to occur, especially at this time of the day. Absolutely reckless, and absolutely preventable.